Hello, hi, how are you? My name's Kanani. Welcome to my channel. Today, we're playing part 3 of Painscreek Killings. We're going back to the mansion because there's some things we have to unlock here. So we did find the key to a locked gate that's in back of the house. We're gonna open that and see what's hiding out here. That's the well. I thought it was near the one. Oh, Oh, am I really going down? That's crazy. That's creepy. Down here. Thought I was gonna find the body. Oh wait, no, he already found it and buried it, that's right. What's that? A necklace? Wait, it says something. Zero 526. Interesting. We found a necklace. It has a code. Don't know where it goes though. Where the heck am I going? Like a light's on in that house. Okay, so we also have to go to Trisha's room again. I think we have the key to the box in her closet. Here, this is the music box. There you go. Dear Trisha, as I've grown to learn about my birth parents, I feel as if a great veil has been lifted from my eyes. I now understand why Father Matthew was against seeing each other. He was right, we shouldn't be together. Please believe me when I say I did not kill your mother, and I've never lied to you, and I never will. I don't know who killed Vivian. Hopefully the truth will come to light someday. There is so much that I want to tell you, but I can't at this moment. I pray that when I express everything to you will come quickly. All I can say now is that I'm sorry for the pain that I've caused you. Please forgive me. Damn, Scout. Is that it though? I can't grab anything else? Just that note? I guess so. I think we have the key to this drawer here. Yeah. Just a diary. Although we lived in the same house, Charles and I hardly speak to each other, and I know that he's been feeling guilty ever since but that was 20 years ago. It's high time I forgave him out loud. Next, I need to work things out with Trisha. I've been objecting her relationship with Scott for some quite time. In doing so, Trisha has been avoiding me. I haven't been a good mother, but I want to be there whenever she needs me from now. I just want things to go back to the way they were. The agency has arranged for a new guy to help me. His name's Owen Smith. Quite a young man for what he's accomplished during our meeting. Owen asked me many things as if he was intervening me. The brief introduction turned out to be hours long. However, by the end of it, he said he has everything he needed and things will be moving right away. I have a good feeling about him. Owen called me to meet with me today. He had the papers ready for me to sign. He said that the location of the exhibition was approved. All we need is a down payment. That's great. I signed the papers almost immediately. After that, I informed our accountant, Helen, to transfer the money from Robert's relief funds, since the hospital won't be needing it for a while. Owen's been a great help since we brought the idea of an art gallery for the public. I'm not sure if things could have gone so quickly if it's been some other agent. I owe him that much. The art gallery will open in 3 months. I'm so excited about it. I've received most of the artwork from the contributors and artists. All I need is to ask Charles if he'd be willing to donate some of his paintings. If this exhibition succeeds, It would be good for us and for Painscreek. I haven't felt this alive in a very long time. I have a purpose now. That's it. I was expecting more. Every time I'm expecting more, it gives me less. I forgot to try to unlock this door. Let's see if this key works. There you go. More reading. What? Bitch. Is that it? Day 1, the hospital gave me these pills. They're supposed to help me fight depression. Day 2, I feel slight dizziness. It might be the food that I ate this morning. Day 3, dizziness comes and goes. I'm still able to work, not a big problem. Day 5, it's my day off. I didn't take the medication, but by the evening I started to think about Vivian. Day 8, I had to drive Vivian again, so I took double dosage. I had a migraine for the rest of the day. At least I didn't have to think about her. Day 11, couldn't Vivian stop seeing that guy? Why can't I stop thinking about it? Day 12, now that I know my dizziness comes from those pills. Day 20, the pills, they don't seem to work anymore. It doesn't matter if I take them or not. I can't stop imagining what Vivian and that guy are doing whenever they meet. What? Day 32, I stopped taking the medication. I think he did kill her. January 12th, 1995. I drove Vivian today since Derek is out of town with Charles. As I was driving, we talked. She expressed that despite having a successful business, she felt empty and tired. Trisha hates Vivian for trying to stop her from seeing Scott. She seems to be really bothered by the name Vincent, and her relationship with Charles seems to just be for show. I wish I could comfort her. She's going through so much right now. If only I could confess to Vivian how much respect I have for her and how much I admire her. Ever since Trisha brought up the name Vincent, Vivian has been pretty quiet, even during dinners. She hardly spoke. I could barely remember the last time Vivian appeared happy. I don't think anyone can blame her. Wanda hasn't been coming to work for a while now. Her illness is getting worse. I wonder how she's coping. Derek wasn't available to drive Vivian again, so I offered to help. It's been a month since I first drove her. She's been opening up to me more, telling me about the struggles she's faced with her rocky relationship with Charles and how she really dislikes Scott. Sometimes I would give her some suggestions and then she would ask, what should she do? Other times she just wants somebody to listen to her. Mostly I'm happy to be with her. Vivian seems rather distraught recently. During the afternoon tea gathering, I stood outside the room and tried to listen to the conversations. She feels miserable being with Charles. They hardly look at her, let alone speak. Personally, I think Charles deserves her. I don't think Charles deserves her. I finished reading Vivian's biography. Half of the facts are incorrect. The writer should have done his homework better. Sometimes when I'm driving for Vivian, she asks me to drop her off at the corner of a street, typically in front of the Tom's Cafe. She's always telling me that she'll make it back home on her own. It aroused my curiosity, so after dropping her off, I parked in the car and watched her. She ordered a cup of coffee to go. She left the cafe, walked up the street about 5 minutes to a residential area. Stopped in front of the apartment and pressed the doorbell. Early after, a man in his early 30s wearing a suit opened the door. He leaned over, hugged Vivian, and gave the coffee to him, and they exchanged some words. I couldn't hear what they said. Then they entered the apartment together. Who is he? This is the 6th time I followed Vivian after she went into the building with the guy. I parked the car nearby to wait for her to come out. Is this considered stalking? About 2 hours later, a cab stopped out in front of the apartment. Shortly afterwards, Vivian came outside and the man followed closely behind. They chatted for a bit. Vivian looked extremely comfortable with him. Before leaving, she kissed him on the cheek. What's going on? I tracked down the guy. He works at a bank. Place they met is his apartment. How could she do that? Who the hell is he? I reported sick after the 3rd consecutive day that I laid in bed. I kept thinking why Vivian would see another man, no matter what Charles did to her. She has kept her faith in him throughout the years. How could he be having an affair now? She's better than that. She's supposed to choose me. Yeah, he's crazy. He definitely killed her. I did everything in this house, I think. So we're gonna go to, not, is it Dorothy? No, this is the girls. We're here in Wanda's house. We had a drawer that was stuck. See if this works. There you go. Dear Miss Wanda Tyler, after almost 5 months of sessions, your son Derek Tyler is now much better. You're still unable to get him to talk much, but he's chosen to express his thoughts and feelings through writing text, which is a breakthrough for him. During his last session, however, he wrote the following. I was standing in the middle of the road. He was waving to me. Mom was crying, and her tears dripped down my face. I woke up. Kitty was purring and licking my face. I think she wanted to go out. Mom doesn't like me to make noise when it's late at night. She says I'll wake everybody up. So I was very quiet when I opened the back door. Kitty flew away. There was noises behind the wall fence. There's a door that's always locked. There's a light behind the keyhole. I walked in the door and looked through the keyhole. There was 4 people. 2 of them were fighting. A baby was crying and one of them fell down and hit her head. She stopped moving and her eyes were wide open. I wet my pants because she was looking at me. Oh, so Derek witnessed Sophia's murder. Derek has since been very quiet. We haven't been able to grasp fully what he wrote was real or imaginary nonetheless. We are concerned with his situation. Kindly get back to us so we can discuss further steps in helping him. January 24th, 1981, the school called. The principal told me that the kids have been calling Derek names, saying that he's a bastard child. I know that Derek wants to know where his father is. I don't know what to say to him. The school called again, told me that Derek poked a bird's nest until it fell off the tree. After that, he stoned the chickens to death. This resulted in him being suspended from school for a week. Principal asked Derek if he suffered any kind of trauma that would cause him to act like that. Did not tell him that Derek witnessed Sophia's being killed. He was only 5 when it happened. Derek stopped going to school. He told me it isn't for him. I should have not asked him to keep quiet about Sophia's death. He must have bottled up his emotions all these years. Maybe it's time I start homeschooling him. I figured out the Wanda Tyler story. Alright, that's all there was to this house, too. Okay, so... in my notes, I wrote down a code that I think belongs to the sheriff's office. So we're gonna go check that out and see if that works. I think that might give us Vincent's birthday. Or Scott's birthday. Alright, so the code was 7741. Sheriff Howard, the crack in Vivian Roberts' skull shows that weapon was used with an object in heavy sharp end. Something like an axe would fit the description. There was a house that had a broken axe case. To cause the crack that big, the attacker must be really strong. I'm assuming it's either a man or a strong woman who has expertise in the use of a weapon. The victim must have been facing the attacker because the lacerations found on the front of her torso, as well as the backside of both forearms, showing that she tried to block the attackers holding up her arms. Fatal strike landed on the right side of the victim's head, just above the eyebrow. This clarifies the following. The victim was facing the killer. The killer was strong enough to land such a clean but deadly blow. And that the killer was left-handed, which Bernard was left-handed. Since the murder weapon was never recovered and confirmed, my assumption of it being an axe still remains. Since this is me doing you a solid, do not under any circumstances leak this information or I'll be in big trouble. The guys here in Grand City don't want any more than necessary to know what about these essential details. Good. Vivian's record of alibi. Matthew Brooks, Charles Bernard. I was preparing for the fundraising event when I felt sick. However, there was no one who I could really do my job, so I kept working. About 9 in the evening, I was too sick to continue. So I bid Vivian good night and headed back home. Dorothy Patterson saw me leave. There's no one else that lives there. I live alone. Derek never gave me the number. But wait, who vouched for him? I remember dropping Mr. Roberts off at the airport July 18th around 2. I was supposed to come back after to drive around for Vivian, but she told me to take a break since I haven't had a day off for quite some time. I decided to visit a friend of mine who's moving upstate in West Dakota. Oh, give the friend. Gotcha. Oh, a key. Oh, wait, what? It was lost and found. A car key. Okay, cool. We'll take that. I thought the file cabinet was gonna give us Vincent's/Scott's birthday. Let's see where this key goes to. Maybe this glove compartment. Heck yeah. What's that? Lockbox 201. And obviously more notes. My head hurts, my tire's flat, and the phone's not working. Is someone trying to stop me from leaving Painscreek? Am I close to discovering something? Oh god, I thought he was the one. I was wrong. He's not the killer. He's not. Oh, who did he think was the killer? Alright, so we have the lockbox for this. And what's in here? What? Where's that? Oops, I didn't mean to take two. He's on to me. I had to hide the key in one of the drains by the roadside. He'll never find. Ever since I received messages and the key, I've been following this anonymous person blindly. What a fool I've been. I need to revisit my investigation notes to see if I might have missed anything important. I looked through alibi records by Chef Howard, and there were 6 interviews. Charles, Matthew, Bernard, Dorothy, Mary, Derek, and then I noticed one of them was lying. It was recorded that there was an event. I remember reading somebody about it being cancelled. Where did I read it again? I can't seem to remember. Oh my god, I just realized that the E in all of the killer messages is slightly off in comparison to all the other letters. If I could find that typewriter, I could find who killed Vivian. Well, Derek had a typewriter. I still feel like there's stuff missing to find here. Elevator. Emergency center. Operating room? I checked. I don't think I checked here. See, this is what happens. I forget to check the area. Oh, what's this? Henry Johnson. Yeah, I forgot that. Wonder what I need that for. There's here. I guess I missed this room too. What's this? Dear Nicole, I was so glad I got your letter. I'm sorry too. And thank you for letting me choose where we bury our time capsule. We have a few ideas in mind. I want you to pick it for me. Playground, behind the hunting cabin, cemetery. Blood. Dear Hannah, I heard from my mom that you are not feeling well and have to be in the hospital from now on, so I wrote this letter to say I'm really sorry for what I said to you the last time. I just wanted our time capsule to be perfect. When you get better, you can put anything you want in our time capsule and you can decide where we should bury it, I promise. I really hope you get better soon. I miss you. Please write back to me. P.S. You could pass the letter to my mom. He works in the hospital as a nurse, Nicole. Aw. Is heaven real? Many have debated the existence of heaven. Many have stood by the fact that science disproves heaven's existence, while others say science doesn't. Join Alfred Colwyn when he challenges the views of both sides. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I completely missed that room. I remember seeing this room. I already looked here. Hey, I thought I checked all the doors. What do I do with that key card? I didn't see anything that you need to open it with. Oh my gosh, scared the fuck out of me. Oh. Well, I found the door. Oh, is that what happened? The power went out? Fuck, man. I didn't even realize the power was on. How did the power just go out like that? Oh, lucky I opened this and I think there was a power thing, yeah. What do I... Scared me. I don't like that. Oh, it's here. Alright, let's see what this doctor is hiding. Dear Dr. Henry Johnson, I would like to thank you for your contribution of Painscreek Community Hospital and the people of Painscreek in the past 2 decades. However, there have been reports regarding the mishaps. Mishandling of funds designated for PHC, most of which came from Robert's relief funds as supporters meant to help with the purchase of medical equipment supplies. Since the sum is nearly 160K has been estimated missing, we have no other choice to accept an open investigation. Until you are able to explain the discrepancies between your accounting and ours, we have no choice but to suspend all funds for the hospital time being. I will be meeting you and your accountant to solve these issues so we continue to support the hospital needs. Dang. Yeah, he was getting caught. He was getting caught. Oh, a key. 203. To Charles Roberts, I don't know if this is a joke that you sent me, threat letter. But if you know about the well, you must have found out the truth. Just so you know, your wife was the one behind all of it. If you have any grudge, it's with her, not me. I was just a witness. Nothing more. Fax it tomorrow. I know what you did. Meet me by the well at midnight. Come alone. Well, I guess that was it.
Henry, I just received a letter from the NMB investigation firm regarding the use of the RRF funds. I need you to call me.
I wonder if that was Vivian.
Henry, we really need to talk. Please call back. What's going on, Henry? Why aren't you returning my calls? This is really important.
Yeah. He was screening her calls. Alright, so we gotta go upstairs one. Oh, I could turn on more lights. Oh, I didn't know that. 208. Oh, it doesn't do anything. 209. 207. 206. 204. 203. Whose room is this? Child's room? Like a room key. Yesterday, on hearing that Scott apprehended for the murder of her mother, Trisha collapsed. The hospital was called to inform that this is just a nervous breakdown. However, they suggested that this should stay for another few days. Charles is asking me to stop by her side. Oh, is this Dorothy? Oh, maybe that's Dorothy's key. It rained today. Trisha always hated the rain. She stayed in bed, tucked into the blanket nearly the entire day. Here and there, she muttered Scott's name out loud. She cried herself to sleep a few times. It pains me to see her like this. Charles visits Trisha almost every day. Today he was quieter than usual. All of a sudden, he told me that Vivian had been seeing another man, apparently a banker, for more than a year. He asked me if Vivian ever talked to me about it. I said I didn't know anything, but was sure that Vivian would never have done such a thing. I realized that Trisha was awake. I'm not sure if she heard our conversation. Sheriff Howard came today. He asked me if I remembered seeing anything suspicious the night Vivian died. I already told him everything I know. It's frustrating to ask over and over about things that I just want to forget. Before he left, I asked if Scott could really be the killer. He said he's wondering the same thing. If Scott was not the killer, then who killed Vivian? Derek came by to see Trisha. I asked him how he was doing. He said that the medical expenses for Wanda was more than expected. Even with Charles' help, he's been forced to use most of his savings and is currently searching for a second job. He asked me if there was a future for him. Traveling with Charles made him see some of the rather ugly side of the world. His mother is hospitalized with terminal cancer, and seeing his best friend Trisha like this pains him. I don't know what to tell him. Before he left, he leaned close to her and whispered, "Would it have been better if Scott just never showed up? Would you have chose me?" I wish I never heard that. Damn, Scott Brooks' body found by jogger with multiple stab wounds to the heart. What? Scott Brooks, a star suspect in the Vivian Roberts case, was found dead yesterday. His body was found on the roadside along Maple Drive. Around 6:50 a.m., a jogger happened to find his body lying motionless behind a bush on the side of the road. He stopped to check the person. Needed help, only to notice that the body was covered in blood. He immediately called 911. The police arrived shortly around 7 a.m. and the victim was declared dead. The estimated time of death was predicted to have happened 46 hours prior, putting the incident around 1 to 3. Questions have been raised in regard to the murder of Vivian Roberts, and Scott Brooks was a key suspect. Has been released from prison due to insufficient yada yada yada. That's crazy. I wonder if this was Trisha's room. Lots of storybooks. Nothing else. Okay. I think we can leave now. Because now we have the key to Dorothy's locked room upstairs. Where is the exit? Lucky for us, Dorothy's house is right here. That's it. Daughter of ex-mayor found dead. What? Trisha died too? Trisha falls 40 feet from the rooftop, lands on head. Oh. That was Trisha that we saw a picture of. Friday, October 27, 1995, Scott was released from prison this morning. Matthew went to pick him up. There's a lot of tension here in Painscreek. Most of people think of Scott as a murderer. Charles tried to stop Trisha from seeing Scott, but no use. He was already waiting for him at the cabin. Monday, November 6, 1995, Charles was drinking again. He couldn't stop Trisha from trying to see Scott, yet Scott seemed to be avoiding her. Trisha should have not been discharged from the hospital at this point. She still needs help and rehabilitation. Derek and Scott fought at the market today. Derek asked Scott why he's avoiding Trisha. Scott didn't say anything. He just walked away. Derek told him to not come back anymore. It's sad to see what's happening to them now. To be such good friends. Oh my god, Scott was killed. 1955. Trisha's been going crazy ever since Scott died. Sometimes screams in the middle of the night. Here and there she'll ask us why Scott hasn't visited for a while. No one seems to know the answer without agitating her condition. Trisha was finally being admitted to the hospital for another mental breakdown. Charles doesn't know what to do. I've asked for his permission to take care of Trisha at the hospital until she recovers. I think Charles appreciates my help. Wow. What? Sophia? Oh, maybe that necklace. 0526. Dear Sophia, how have you been? I hope everyone is treating you well at the mansion. It's been 6 months since my missionary work started here in Indonesia. Life is hard but meaningful. I thought my life at the orphanage was miserable, but after coming here, I realized I am blessed more than I could ever imagine. I'm supposed to be back in 1 week's time, but I recently decided that I'll be extending my stay here for another 6 months. I haven't received any letters from you for a while now. I hope you're doing well. Remember the time when we were at the orphanage? You said that you don't want to be poor anymore. I think God heard your call and brought you to Painscreek. Charles and Vivian told me that they were glad I introduced you to them. They said you're a hard-working person with a kind heart, and that us being related was not the reason why they hired you. You got the job on your own merit. I did not know whether or not to tell them we are not actually cousins. I feel bad for lying to them. I guess I'll have to tell them the truth someday. Having said that, I'm glad that you are in Painscreek. We can talk and meet any time, just like the good old days at the orphanage. I'll do my best here. I hope you can wait for me. Matthew Brooks. P.S. I have prepared a special present for your birthday. Wait for my telegram that day. I know some people don't like me. Wanda always picks on me and Bernard ignores me most of the time. Andrew, well, he's okay as long as I'm not in his garden. Dorothy cares a lot for me, though. I like her. Tom, our security guard, treats me with respect even though I'm just a housemaid. Vivian and Charles are kind to me. Oh, and Matthew, too. I almost forgot about him. He's been taking care of me forever, certainly as I can remember. I'm a lucky girl. Matthew talks to me whenever he has time. Sometimes I feel like he's trying to escape his chores at the church. We'll talk about everything under the sun, our hopes, dreams, futures. It reminds me of our days at the orphanage. Landing a job here as a maid was the best thing that could ever happen to me. However, I never imagined I'd be having an affair with the married man, let alone an employer. Now I'm carrying his child. How do I face Matthew? I received a letter from Matthew today saying that he'll be extending his stay in Indonesia for 6 more months. That's always been him. He's always been a noble heart, wanting to help people everywhere. I miss him, but I'm glad he decided to extend his stay. It gives me time to prepare I'll explain my situation to him. I don't know how he'll take it if he just hears the truth blurted out once he gets back. I received a telegram this morning from Matthew wishing me a happy birthday. He told me he had a special present for me prepared. All I need to do is find his clues and place them that he placed in our favorite places. He's waiting for my telegram after I solve the puzzle. I've actually solved it already, but I don't know what to say to him. What should I do? My baby was born at... Well, oh, I found his birthday. June 1st, 1975. So it's going to be, I think, 0601 1975. Okay, so that's Scott's birthday. At 8:20 a.m. and it's a boy. He looks just like Charles. Dorothy's taking good care of us. She prepares food and attends to my needs. I almost feel like I'm her boss. Charles visits me all the time, asks me if I need anything. I told him I didn't have to. He didn't have to come so often, and to instead focus on work. As a mayor, he must have a lot on his mind. Charles told me today that his mother, Magdalene, will be arriving in 2 weeks. She knows about our relationship. I feel nervous because she's a strict woman. At the same time, I'm happy because she told Charles to take responsibility for me and my son. Soon I won't have to be a maid anymore. Charles has decided to name our child Vincent Roberts. We like that name. Dear Dorothy, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude for all you've done for me. You've been taking care of my store on many occasions. You've helped me maintain its bright spirit. I would be lying if I said that I'm not saddened by your departure. I will greatly miss you. I wish you all the best in your new place. You invite me there once you're settled in. May God be with you. Best regards, Oliver Gibson. And I think this is door key. Okay. I feel like we're almost done solving the mysteries of this game. Oh, it's right here. I thought it was a blue house. Of course, it's locked. Oh, I found a wrench. What do I need this for? There was something that said it was in the sewer or something. Dear Mr. Oliver Gibson, we regret to hear that Father Matthew will not be joining us as part of the annual religious gathering event on July 18th until the 23rd of South York. We received Father Matthew's memo yesterday stating that he was not feeling well. I assume he also informed you about his last-minute change. Please send him our regards. We wish him swiftly recovery. We just attended Trisha's funeral this morning. Charles tried to be strong, but at the end of the ceremony, his face was wet. Dorothy cried her heart out. It truly pains the soul to witness so many deaths occur here in Painscreek. Every one of those deaths was of a person I knew, and some were very close to me. Among them, Vivian's death shook me the most. Despite what the media said, I will not, for even a moment, believe that Scott killed her. It just doesn't make sense to me. Trisha's death hurt the most, probably because I spent the last few years mentoring her. She was smart, kind, and very talented. She was turning into a very promising young woman with her passion. Charles has lots of his family members. Has lost all his family members. He's all alone. I can't imagine the pain he's going through. Dorothy left Painscreek early February, a month after Trisha's funeral. The hospital closed shortly after. By the end of the month, Charles had packed and departed Painscreek for good. Wanda passed away on March 12th, 1996. Her cancer has spread too far, too deep. The doctors could not save her. 2 weeks after her funeral, Derek moved out Painscreek. Autumn is approaching. My photography store will be closing by the end of this month. I have many things to say, but there's no one left to confide in anyway. I've been thinking about something for quite a while now. What? Maybe it's the time has come. I don't know what that says. Well, we found a wrench. What's the wrench for? And that's locked too. Okay. That was really it. Just a wrench. I guess so. We can now open the safe in the gallery, so that's what we're gonna do next. Okay, so his birthday is... Oh, is it like... Nope. Maybe it's 6/1/1975. There you go. Oh. Okay, for king. 4. Oh, he was putting Vincent on his will. Can't believe that Scott killed my wife. It's been spewed all over the media. How? Why? He loves Trisha, and I treated him like my own son. It doesn't make any sense. I visited Scott today, asked him why he would kill Vivian. He didn't answer, but simply looked down on the floor. I wanted an answer so desperately that I nearly rattled his neck. Does he even feel any guilt or remorse for what he's done? How could he not say anything? I visited Scott again today, knowing that he will be released soon. There just wasn't enough evidence to pin him. He looked thinner than before, but I didn't care. I wanted to know why he killed Vivian. When I asked, he stared at me. I was so angry I yelled at him. I was about to leave when out of nowhere he said, "I pity the ignorant." What the hell does that mean? I got drunk last night at the inn. Scott is now a free man. I think I babbled about how much I despise Scott and what I would do if I had to have somebody get rid of him. Did I really say that? How did I get home anyway? Oh, right. Bernard was with me. He drove me home. First National Bank. Email password. Study room desk hint. King, knight, queen, bishop. Oh, was that a queen? That's a pawn. 2. The knight is 5. Is there... Can I just guess? Right, so it said knight. King. First. Knight. What's knight? 5. Queen. 1. Let's just try. We still have to find the bishop. Damn. I could pick it up. Oh, wait, what? 4 right. 6 left. 3 right. What? 4 right. From this? 4 right. 6 left. 3 right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What was it? 3 right. 1, 2, 3. Oh. I thought that's what that meant. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. That worked. Okay. Magdalene Roberts, mother of Charles, dies at 68. She passed away last night. She was revisiting her son. The maid was working at the mansion, knocked on the door. Since there was no answer, she assumed she was sleeping. 2 hours later, she still didn't respond. I guess they opened the door. She was lying on the bed, wasn't breathing. They immediately called 911. Had a heart attack in the middle of the night. Okay. Dear Charles, I received this letter from Dorothy yesterday. She told me everything. What have you done to my son? Does Vivian know? Have you even considered the consequences of your actions? And what if this Sophia? What will you do with her? You made a mistake and you'll need to take responsibility for what you've done. Do you understand? You can't take her as a wife. You already have one. The scandal cannot be publicly known. It will destroy your political career. However, this child is important. It's your flesh and blood and might be your son. You need to properly continue the family. I am now preparing to visit you. Do not say anything to Vivian yet. I will take care of it when I arrive. Yeah, Sophia. Oh, so much reading. May 3rd, 1974. Vivian hasn't spoken much since she was discharged from the hospital. Dr. Johnson said she has fully healed. It will take some time for her to adjust back into the old rhythm. I feel our relationship is deteriorating or has suffered permanently in the same way. I love Trisha. I know Vivian does too. I can only hope that my mother's passion for a grandson will not affect Vivian's love for Trisha. I hope that she does not hold any resentment towards mother. Our baby's daughter's born today. We've named her Trisha. Vivian had to go through the cesarean section. I'm just glad that both mother and child are safe and thank for that. I feel so happy to have a baby in the family. There's no words to express the joy I'm feeling inside. At the same time, I'm worried that mother might say once she knows that the baby's a girl. Vivian's being hospitalized for a second time in a year. The first time was for the C-section. This time's for mental instability. Dr. Johnson told me not to visit her until she's stabilized and ready to receive me. What can I do? Mom wants a boy, but it's not safe for Vivian to be pregnant anymore. Sometimes I feel lost, not knowing what to do. Mostly, I just feel lonely. I never thought this would happen. Whenever Sophia is babysitting Trisha, she would listen to everything I have to say. I could express myself candidly. Never once did she question the decision I made. It made me feel like she understands me. I've found comfort in her, both spiritually and physically. I just never thought I would have a relationship with her. What should I do now? I have named for our child. He will be called Vincent Roberts. I will add him to my will. Sophia seems to be hiding as well as she can from Vivian. Even I have not seen her in these last few days. I wonder where she could be. Guess that was everything in here. Wasn't much. I still need the bishop. Oh, it could be used to drain covers. Was there any drain covers? I remember something saying like something fell in a drain. Oh, I missed one. And nothing. Oh, I did not see that. Oh. So what does this go to? Popular design as a church key. Does the church? Maybe this door? Oh no, you can't unlock it. I don't freaking know. Okay, I don't know. What would his password be? I think you have to do with Sophia. He was kind of like, oh, game's very laggy. Oh. What the heck? Okay. Yeah, because he was kind of obsessed with Sophia. So I wonder if... But what would it be? Her birthday? Oh. Oh, never mind. This looked like that photo. Right? That looks like this. There's something here? Guess not. Thought you turned this. Huh. Do we know what Sophia's birthday is? I received a telegram wishing me a happy birthday, March 18th, 1975. Let's just try March 18th. Cause I don't think she was born in she obviously wasn't born in 75. 03 1 Oh, that worked. I'm the best investigator in the world. I visited Scott today. I couldn't believe what he said. How could Sophia be dead? How could Andrew, Henry, and Vivian have killed her? Did Dorothy know? How about Wanda and Charles? Did they know? Why didn't anyone tell me? I visited Sophia's grave today. It was just a wooden cross that Scott made. There was no name on it. I placed some flowers in front of it. She always liked it for flowers. I had a mass today. Vivian and Henry were there. Andrew, as usual, didn't come. All I can think of whenever I look at them is whether they actually killed Sophia or not. As they praised the Lord throughout the sermon, I felt so sick to my stomach I could not bear to see their faces. What should I do now? I know I should forgive them, but it's so difficult. I'm dying inside. I wish I never visited Scott. I wish I never heard what he said. I wish I could just forget everything. I need to talk to Andrew. I need him to confess. Oh, well, I figured out his story. This has something to do with that photo. It's like, yeah, it's like that angle. Nothing indicates of how to open it. Nothing says locked or unlocked. That's so weird. I thought maybe like you put a book on here, like some Indiana Jones shit. I also thought you just like kind of turned the lamp. There's no other lights are like that in this place either. They're all different. Unless there's something downstairs. Like he doesn't have lights like that. They're all candles. Are there lights in the house? Oh, here. Wait, no, that's different. These are different. What? It has to be that. Yeah, that's so weird. What the heck would be this code? Yeah, because I don't know where that key goes to. Something... Oh wait, what's that? 1203. What is that for? Is that the combination to that box? I could try it. It's either that or maybe whatever's in the cemetery. 1203. Alright, let's see. Ooh. A ring. Was he trying to propose? Dear Sophia, it's been quite a while since I wrote to you. I've been busy. I hope you're doing well. Father Calvin has been guiding me on how to be a man of God, to grow my faith in the Lord, my compassion for people. When I see those who have no beds and sleep upon and no food to eat, my heart goes out to them. I wish I could do more. Father Calvin has been handing me more and more responsibilities. It seems like he might be retiring soon. He's gave me his favorite desk in the study room. I've changed the code to 0318. Ah! So it was her birthday. I kind of just guessed that. The day you first came to the orphanage. Painscreek has been very quiet recently. Nothing much more goes on to the small town. Oliver still has Painscreek's event photographer. Charles and Vivian are running their business as usual. And Trisha's 7 now. She's really smart and loves to hang out with her dad. Dorothy's the same old Dorothy that we all love. Bernard's still a reliable butler. I don't think he'll ever be replaced. As for me, well, I'm still here waiting for your return. Do you remember the church attic? Well, I spend most of my free time there now. What do you mean, church attic? Doing wood carvings. It helps me relax. Hey, I got pretty good at it. Sometimes I think of you and how we spent our time together. I'm not sure if you ever realized how I felt about you since you left. I keep writing these letters, but I never mail them. And to be honest, because I don't have the clue where you may be staying right now. At the same time, writing to you has made me feel that we're still close to another. Today marks the 6th year that you left Painscreek, and I still don't know why you left. All I want to say is take care. This will be my last letter. One day I hope to see you again. Wow. Happy birthday. Every moment I spent with you is like a dream come true. Please wait for my return. I thought I was gonna give me a key or something. Okay, well that wasn't the time capsule, because the time capsule was for the kids. I still don't have the key to open that gate. I think this is where I'm gonna leave it for this video. If you're new here, please press that subscribe button. If you like this video, press that like button as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.